streamed. Well, over that actually. Where have I been? Well, I've been a bit lazy, and also I've been in Wales for the last like weekend. So, yeah, that's basically what it is in short. But yeah, we're not here to talk about that one now. Today we're here to. I'll explain in a minute. Let me just get the thumbnail up, the actual thumbnail up, and not this. There we go. Okay. So, we're not here to play Spider-Man. We're not here to play Spider-Man. Sorry if you came, if you saw the Spider-Man thing. We're not here for Spider-Man. Instead, for the people who actually read the title, we are going to review the first Iron Man movie. So I'm going to give you guys my opinion on the first Iron Man movie, and also how this new series is going to work. So, every day I can do, I'm going to try and review a Marvel movie, starting with Iron Man all the way up to the most recent one, Thunderbolts. And, you know, just give you a deep view on the story, what I like about the characters, and the action. So, yeah, that's basically what I'll be doing. And it's just my opinion, so if you don't like my opinion, then you can put your opinion in the comments below if you want. Or in the chat. And also is that I can't do a poll, right? Like I can't do a poll yet. And that annoys me, because I kind of want to, you know, like, a poll to see what you guys think of Iron Man without you guys having to write a full paragraph on it, like I'm gonna do for like 20 minutes. But yeah, I'll be happy to know that this stream's gonna be kind of short, like 20 minutes-ish, I think. But yeah, let's just start the review. So yeah, I think Iron Man 1's a good movie. Not as good as the later Marvel movies. Like, it's the first Marvel movie, so they had to figure out what they were going to do, right? I think Iron Man 1 is a good movie. All I'm saying, it's a good movie. Yeah, that's the summary review. If you want to see my 10-second review, you can leave now. Anyway, so I'm going to split these reviews into 3 sections. The first one is the story, the second one is the characters, and the third one is the action. I might try and put these in, do some like timestamps as well, so you guys can skip to whatever you want. So yeah, we'll start with the story. So basically, we open with Iron Man in a military jeep, introducing some military people to the Jericho missile. After that, he leaves, and one of the military trucks blows up and kills all the military people. Tony Stark goes out, gets blown up by the missile, and then gets taken away by the Tending Society. And then we jump back to 48 hours before that. Tony wins an award, but he's not there. He's actually gambling. and then he goes there and meets a woman and kisses him. That's all I'm gonna say. Kisses her. That's all I'm gonna say. And then nearly misses his flight to the military people. And then we come back to where the movie opens. Then we get told that the Tending Society wants Tony to build him a missile, the same missile that Tony showed the military. Tony refuses at first, but then gets tortured. So Tony, with the help of Jensen, builds the missile. He doesn't actually build it. He instead builds an arc reactor and the Iron Man Mark 1 suit. He escapes using that, fights all the Atomic Society, and announces that he's going to stop making weapons. Now Obadiah, a guy in the suit, is not happy about this and wants to keep making weapons. So he actually hired the Atomic Society to kill Tony. But now that failed, he puts matters in his own hands, drives over there, and steals somebody and steals some of the designs for the Mark 1 suit. And kills the leader of the Atomic Society. And then goes to fight Tony, who has now made an extra arc reactor and has fought some Atomic Society people who were kidnapping hostages. And he took down some planes as well. Yeah, Obadiah has now made an Ironmonger suit. That's a hulking beast. And Iron Man, using an old arc reactor because Obadiah took the other one. They fight, Tony wins, and it reveals that he is Iron Man, and the movie ends. Like that. So yeah, that is the story. Sorry if I summarized it badly. Sometimes don't be great at explaining things, but you know, that's the story pretty much. Alright, next thing is the characters. I'm going from the characters that are in my thumbnail for this video, so give me 2 seconds. So yeah, let's start off with Iron Man, aka Tony Stark. So I think Tony Stark in this movie is great. I prefer Captain America a bit more, but I still really enjoy Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. He's a basically a genius billionaire playboy, but also he's also kind of stupid. Yeah, I think he's great. The acting, Robert Downey Jr. does a great job with him. I love the effects with his suit. I love the character development he gets. Like he realizes that his weapons are dangerous, so he gets rid of them. Like, he's a very simple character in this movie. Like he gets more complicated in the later movies, but here he's more simple. Next, let's talk about Pepper Potts, Tony Stark's not yet girlfriend. She's alright. She's like an undercover spy. In some ways, because he figures out even before Tony does that Obadiah is evil. So, yeah, that's great. And she is really smart and is actually way smarter than Tony because she knows things. She knows when it's time Tony to leave. She knows all things. So, yeah. I think Pepper Potts is great, and is a great mentor for Tony. Alright, next up, let's talk about James Rhodes. James Rhodes is Wolverine, if you didn't know. In this movie, he's played by a different actor. Don't know the actor's name. But the actor does a stellar job, and has some very funny moments. That's about it. He doesn't really do much more. He's just there as like the military boss and stops anything that Tony does from getting arrested. He just says, train exercise, just train exercise, don't worry about it. Yeah, he's just funny. And then we have Agent Coulson, who is also great, and he's also hilarious. I really like him as well. His character is funny but also serious, which is great. And I love the scene where he's shooting and somehow survives the Ironmonger. And then with the 10 Wings leader. Now I forgot his name. I think it's like Zara or something. But he's good. He's good enough. I like the scene where he almost feeds Jensen like a hot Rock or something. I don't know what's called, but yeah. He was cool. And then we have Obadiah. Now I think Obadiah is a good villain. I think he could have done a bit more than just, you know, I'm here. I am Ironmonger. I will hit you. I hired to kill you. And then he loses. Not even by Tony killing him, Pepper kills him. But yeah, I feel like he could just get done a bit more and just stay in his house. And then finally, I want to talk about Nick Fury because and his post-credit scene. So basically, at the end of most Marvel movies, there is a post-credit scene, and this one, Tony, well, not Tony, Nick Fury shuts down Jarvis to get Tony's attention, and then shows up from the shadows and tells him that he wants to talk about the Avengers initiative. Simple post-credit scene, fully sets up the Avengers. That's what he's great and great scene, and Nick Fury is great in that scene. So yeah. Now the final category is the action. So yeah, my favorite action scene in the movie is probably the final fight scene. Even though it can be long, I like long action scenes. So yeah, it's probably my favorite fight scene. I also like the scene with the flamethrowers, where you use the Mark 1 suit as a flamethrower. It's a great scene. And the scene where he's taking out the airplanes. That's another great scene. So yeah, I think Iron Man 1 is a great movie. That's I think my rating out of 10. Which I think I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. This is not an A-tier movie. Not the best Marvel movie, not really the best Iron Man movie, but I think it's still great. It's still good. Yeah, that's it. That's the stream. Sorry, if you're hoping for a longer stream, I'm sorry, but that's basically the stream. I can't talk about a movie for 2 hours. But yeah, that's the stream. I'm gonna try and do these every single day, so you know, stay tuned if you want to see more of them. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully Incredible Hulk next. So yeah, bye.